I took this ice cream bean fruit and placed the seeds on a damp piece of paper towel to see if we could grow 100 baby ice cream bean fruit friends. Now, normally, we wouldn't even be able to find this fruit, but I went on a global hunt to ensure that we did. Not only to eat it, but to grow it into our own plant that yields ice cream for years to come. And while I waited for those little seeds to sprout, which you'll see in just a few minutes, I realized that I gotta tell you the story of how I found this fruit after 8 years.
Oh my god.
It was in 2016 where I tried this fruit for the first time in Peru, and I absolutely fell in love with it. But back then, I wasn't the plant lady that I am now, so I didn't know that I would eventually start dreaming of finding it again for the years that followed after I did become a plant lady, bug metamorphosis enthusiast, plastic repurposer for my 3D printer filament. And the problem was, I haven't been able to find it again for over 8 years. But all I knew was that I really wanted to reintroduce it into my life again and attempt to grow the seeds and let everyone in my life taste it for the first time and fall in love with it like I did with a heckin' fruit. So, the only thing that I could do was fly all the way down to the one place that I know rains guava fruit, Costa Rica. Yes, my friends, I flew down to Costa for a sole purpose to look for this fruit. And well, I literally hired a driver to help me search for it, and we got on the road. He told me that we may get lucky and see some little market stands on the side of the road in different cities because a lot of the farmers sell their homegrown fruit in small little towns. But he told me not to get too excited because it may not happen, they may not be in season. However, if you know anything about me and my channel, then you know that I was determined as ever to find this fruit, and I would drive all night if I had to hold it in my hands once again.
Like a child.
So, we drove for 5 hours until the moment that I waited 8 years for finally came. We drove past a little stand and there I saw it. A green, elongated, thick pod. There were so many pods that were waiting to be sold to the Grow with Jessie online family, the guava fruit.
We're about to see ice cream beans. Ready?
This, hands down, was one of the best moments of my entire life, and of course, sprinted and said, "Give us all of them, please." Nah, we couldn't buy all of them.
Yo quiero 3.
And I was sent straight to heaven. Well, each pod was $1, so I gave him 20 and said, "Keep the change, good sir. You have made my life complete, my friend. Thank you very much."
Oh my god.
And we sprinted back to the car immediately so we could break the pods open and taste the fruit after waiting 8 long years. Let me tell you, I felt like Rick and Morty in that episode of when Rick planned to put the seeds up Morty's, never mind. But this was the moment I waited for and I dreamed about. And finally, I got my pocket knife that I keep solely for moments like this in the heart of the jungle with exotic fruits and started to cut them open. Oh yeah. And as I broke open the pod and enjoyed the most memorable moment of my entire life.
So good.
I want you to know exactly what the fruit tastes like too. Let me tell you, there's a reason that these fruits are called the ice cream beans, because when you break them open, they quite literally taste like ice cream and look a little bit like it too.
How good?
So good.
They've got a weird fluffy texture,
Amazing, actually.
almost like cotton in a way.
I've never had a fruit like this in my entire life.
It's squishy, it's sweet.
How would you describe it?
It's really furry. Right when you bite it, there's like a juice in the fur. It tastes like nothing I've ever had.
And it's even a little spongy and fibrous. And that spongy and fibrous material has actually even been explored as a potential eco-friendly alternative to packaging materials like styrofoam or plastic. Can you just imagine a world where we could use a sustainable material derived from heavenly guava fruit instead of harmful plastics to package our goods that we buy from the store? Anywho.
I feel like in every video I always say it, I've never been more excited in my life, but I genuinely think this might take the cake. This fruit I dream about.
The fruit? It reminds me of a carnival.
They call it the ice cream bean fruit for a reason, because it's the ice cream and fruits. It tastes so amazing.
And at this point, I'm not even sure why we don't just call it the cotton candy fruit.
Oh my god.
Rate that 1 to 10.
Like 20.
I'm sure you can understand that tasting it was like a dream, as you can so clearly tell.
You never tasted anything like that in your life.
Plus, the seeds are even edible, so if you put them up if you eat them by mistake, you'll be good and a plant won't grow inside of you.
You know what we're gonna do with these? Grow.
But anywho, guava is the name that it goes by in Costa Rica, yet there are so many different names for it around the globe. In the Caribbean, they call it GUAMA with an M. Brazil, they call it INGA. Ecuador, they call it PACAY. But listen, I wanted to bring this home to my friends and my family in Canada to taste it for the first time and to try and convince them to grow it into a plant, even though I know they won't. Guava is so hard to find in grocery stores because it spoils easily and has a short shelf life, but I'm surprised it's not more widely sold in stores because it didn't die quickly for me at all. It actually lasted more than 2 weeks in my fridge and it still looks good and tasted amazing. So I swear I'm gonna find someone to call them and let them know that guava is indeed a good fruit to sell worldwide and not just the other ones. Listen, if dragon fruit and guava and mangosteen and cherry moya can be sold in the stores and not be considered having too short of a shelf life, then I'm telling you, I'm gonna be the person that makes this sold globally in the grocery stores. Just you wait, okay? Listen, at least it's not trademarked and illegal to grow like the pink pineapples. But anywho.
I can tag DJ Does Pottery, obviously.
We have guaba. Guaba with a B. Danny, I'll take this one. Okay. Oh, it's so gooey. I put it in the elongated green bean pod. It smells weird.
In what world does that taste like ice cream?
DJ Does Pottery doesn't think it tastes like ice cream.
Listen, you're probably also wondering, well, plant lady, what happened to the guava seeds that you initially placed on a damp piece of paper towel to grow into a plant in Canada? Did it grow? Did it fail? Well, my friends, when I went to open the paper towel after 1 week of the seeds sitting in there, I saw the seeds starting to open up and a little sprout starting to come out the bum of the fruit. In just a few weeks, we're gonna place them in some soil. We're gonna have a really big guava tree by the end of the summer because the sun is out every day now. Summer is here, and that's exactly the temperatures that we need to grow a guava plant. And just so you know, it takes between 3 to 5 years for a guava tree to fruit, so I guess you're stuck with me for a few more years to see if it grows into a plant that yields fruit in my indoor greenhouse all the way down in Canada. All I want to say is thank you so much for watching my channel this week. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see if the guava grows by the end of the summer. And I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching this wild ride about guava.
Oh my god.